What's up, my ride and die supporters? How are you? This your girl Kaci McDaniel coming to you with this update. Okay, what I've been up to? Not much, not too much. Okay, just trying to struggle with everyday life and handling my life here behind YouTube. I just wanted to come real quickly. I don't really like to do lives so long or whatever, draining you people with content. I just want to put out there that I am the real Kaci McDaniel. I use no other handle name as far as anything going on with Robert Sylvester Kelly. I am solely here in support of his, you know, due process rights and his humanity rights, civil rights, whatever that falls under. I don't play games on here on YouTube. Okay. When I came and joined the team of the Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters, I came solely for him and seeing what I can get from you that we both all can touch and agree with as what he's been going through in his trials of his life. I don't appreciate when I went to Prima Donna. Let me go back, okay? I've been a supporter of, I've been a subscriber of Prima Donna's channel from the time she started bringing content around this R. Kelly segment. Okay. And I've always respected Prima Donna. I didn't appreciate when Dana J came on her under her let me say a post that she made, and I agreed with the post about some of the things that I have also witnessed, like touching and agreeing as far as like some of the things I saw that was scandalous, and some of the people that were involved in some of the some of the people that was involved in some of the crimes behind in YouTube. I'm gonna say YouTube. I don't know if they've been involved with anything with Robert Sylvester Kelly, knowing him, being a friend of his, or anybody that worked with him or whatever. I just know them as people that's supposed to be supporting Robert Sylvester Kelly and supposed to be advocates for him. I don't know anything else about them but what they do on YouTube for him. Okay? Let's be clear on that. So, anyway, the other day I made a post about a certain individual, and I said about the person they was moving shady, and I didn't like the way they were moving, and I don't think they were really for Robert Sylvester Kelly. They just looking for whatever they can gain out of this whole thing, and it's just to monetize, make people feel interested in what you're talking about, but you're talking about really nothing. You all over the place. So the thing is that it's just that they come on the scene only when it's like a conviction or Robert Sylvester Kelly is in jail and da 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 da. I just, it's just certain people I just saw that just don't make just been not to me genuine people. Okay, I'm gonna just say it as that. So when I made the post on Prima Donna's community post, Dana J comes on there and he attacks me, talking about, oh, we're going to talk about that account about Jocelyn Smith. I don't know who the hell this person is. I don't know a Jocelyn Smith. I am not a Jocelyn Smith. Have always been here as Kaci McDaniel, and that's the only name I ever used here on YouTube as far as around R. Kelly, around the R. Kelly. Now, you want to talk about my other channels? I can tell you, I'll go on to another channel, which is Miss Car One. That's it. I don't know anything about a Joycelyn. And that channel that I do with Miss Car One was one of my very, 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 very first YouTube channels I was, around, that I was talking about things that were trending and basically about injustice and things that would happen along with Trayvon Martin and some other things that might have happened. Tracy Morgan. We could go on and on about a lot of people. Miss Car One. Okay, that's MSKAR, right? One. That's another channel that I do own as far as on YouTube, but I don't really go on that channel. I haven't done anything on that channel since God knows when. But since this R. Kelly stuff has happened, I came under the handle name of Kaci McDaniel. That's the only name that I use. I don't like the fact that Jana Jane came in and attacked me on a comment. And I know how he moves. And I just know the type of person he is. I don't even go to this man's channel. I used to deal with Dana. I used to go, when I was moving around trying to get, you know, more and more things that's going on around Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I saw when Dana J first made his first appearance and he was on Phases, the Next Level channel. That's how I was actually introduced to Dana J. I don't know nothing about that man. I don't deal with that man. I don't even go to none of his blogs. I don't go to none of his I don't go to his channel for whatsoever. I did in the past. That's like when this whole thing first started, just to get familiar with people, just to know who I'm dealing with. And I have dealt with him in the past as far as going to his channel in support of him for what he was doing, especially when it came around things such as protest and everything else like that. I don't know these people. I don't know none of these people on YouTube. Personally, I don't know them. I met these people here on YouTube just like many of you have. And I do not go on here faking to be somebody else and then playing both sides of the street. I am solely here for Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm here because I saw the injustice that was served to this man, and I was just so um, hurt by it of seeing somebody went through what he has gone through in the public, that public lynching that he been through, and some of the other things that said nasty about him in the media, nasty things about his children, nasty things about his relationships with with friends or people that were friends of his or whatever, nasty things about even the woman he dealt with. I don't really talk much about them. The only last woman I spoke of is because of Azrael, okay? That young Azrael, young woman, whatever she is or whatever, and her testimony that she did in the trial that he was in New York, and then now he's going through his trial in Chicago. And I just knew that from the beginning that Azrael something wasn't right about her from the beginning. But I try to give the benefit of the doubt, because she was at age and enough to know, you know, to make her own right conscious decisions as an adult. To see herself falling in love with a man that's twice or three times her age and even giving herself to him. And especially when you know this man is close to the age of your parents. There's no way I'm at that age going to lay down with somebody that's old enough to be my daddy or anything like that. I don't care what kind of game he come with. That shit goes out the door with me. When I was a teenager, I didn't go that far. Now, maybe a couple of more, like maybe if it was 10 years or so, well, okay, we could do this. But somebody old enough to be my damn father, hell no. So she got to take some fault for what she did and learn from her experiences, what she did. She came out alive, she's healthy, whatever, and just try to do better. Okay? Just try to do better and learn from your experiences. And that's the way I feel. Now, for women to get up there and lie about their heartbreak and their heartache or whatever about Robert Sylvester Kelly had this man incarcerated and also all these other horrible things they done, they just need to move on and just okay, there's some bad decisions I made to actually get myself involved with somebody like this, not expecting that he's going to be interested in marrying me. But but the look at the blessing of it all. Look at the blessing of it all. That okay, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Yes, he's incarcerated. Yes, he's been sentenced for 30 years in his trial from the New York trial he had. But I also been looking at a lot of other, um, people that have been involved in relationships and somehow or the other they snap. They snap and they go on this rage and they do some things that they later on regret. Now, look at the blessing of it all. Robert Sylvester Kelly, 30 years, whatever they say. Okay, but that's not what God say. And I'm just going to leave it as that. That's not what God say. Now he's moving on to his next fight with Chicago. I'm just looking for whatever the outcome going to be with that one. I don't have nothing more to say. about what's going on about his trial, but the fact that he is going to be facing a fight with in Chicago against his accusers or whoever in in the city of Chicago. He's just been moved there, blah 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 blah. Okay? So all we can do is just hope for the best. Look for the worst, but let it be a blessing. Okay? That's going to come in the end. For Robert Sylvester, so far he's been blessed. He's been blessed. Even though he's incarcerated, he still has been blessed. He's been blessed because he's going through New York and Chicago and maybe some other civil cases that may follow later on. But the thing is that he's still here with us. He's still breathing. He's still above and not beneath. And there's still hope. And we just want to, and that's the thing that I try to bring to my platform, and that's the type of things I try to share with my subscribers here, is that those who are with me in this fight along with me for Robert Sylvester Kelly, that there is going to be hope, that it won't be long, as long as they say they want to give him time for. Okay? Let's just keep holding on to that hope for him, and to keep him inspired, and to keep him encouraged or whatever. And I truly believe, I just pray also while he's doing time there, that he's also doing things to read, try to work on whatever things that he might be right now, needs some to improve himself in or whatever. So sometimes and sometimes things ain't so bad as we want to think it is. Like other things he might discover about himself while he's there, that he will find about himself that he's there, that he won't fall into no criminal mind, but he will be able to help other people while he's there. That's the way I look at it. Because I'm coming from a spiritual world. I'm coming from a word of God. And I look at the stories of all these other great people in the Bible who have came across some adversity, some diverse, some things that they had to challenge, and some things that caused them to either fail or things that caused them to even be successful at. It could go either way. It could either be something that's going to make you fail and something that's going to make you overcome. And I'm not looking at him in a bad way because he's in that situation. I'm not looking for the worst to happen to him. I'm looking for something that's going to be great. That's going to happen for Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm looking for something great. Hi, I Rise Solo. It's been a long time since I seen you, hon. How have you been? How have you been? I hope all is well. I hope your health is in good condition, and I hope your family is doing well. And I just like, oh, God bless you. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I don't really come on here as much because I've been so tied up. I've been going through a lot behind the scene. I don't put my business out there, but it's a lot of stuff going on personally in my life right now. So before I come on here, I want to get those things cleared out of the way before I come on here and come to. Oh, I'm glad you good, sweetie. Yeah, so I just come on here sometimes just to just like open up my mind about, certain things around R. Kelly, not my personal life, but about him. I'm good. I'm good now. I'm doing good. I got to deal with something tomorrow. So it's like I'm working all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just like work and things like that just take my time away from this. I have to deal with some sensitive situation. I'm dealing with something. So I have to like be careful when I come on here. I got to make sure my conscience is clear, make sure my heart is in the right place. Yeah, make sure my heart is in the right place. I'm not here to hurt nobody. I'm not here to deceive anybody, and especially my subscribers. I'm not here to deceive you. I'm not here to take anything from you. I'm not here to take nothing from any of you. Cause some of you going through some shit behind the scene yourself. And I'm not here to try to force you into doing anything for me, or anything. We here for Robert Sylvester Kelly. We here to support him and to look for the best to come from all of this that he's going through. It's been 3 years, whatever. Joycelyn birthday will be celebrated tomorrow. We're gonna get hope maybe come on here and celebrate some music, some love songs or whatever that R. Kelly has done. And thinking of him with her at this time, like the R. Kelly thing for Joycelyn and R. Kelly. And I believe me, I support this couple. I really do. I don't know why, but I may be one out of millions of his fans that really is happy for him at this point right now. Is his as far as with him being in, having a woman that really did in his corner at this time. I'm just happy for him because I want him to really be in love and to really find somebody that truly love him for him and want to go through this whole round with him in life or whatever like that until they want it to be over. You know what I'm saying? Until they want it to be over. Not for me to say for it to be over, for when they want it to be over. But right now, to give him some hope. There's a woman out there that loves him wholeheartedly. And Joycelyn is a woman. You know what I'm saying? Forget about all that pedophile shit. Because he wants a whole new life for himself. He wants to really be in love. He really wants to be settled down. He really wants to have a new life. Hey, Tanger, how are you? And I don't see nothing wrong with him being the age that he is, 55 years old, and he's in love with a 26-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it work out great for them. Give them some, you know, encourage them. Like, that's the way I feel. I like Joycelyn. Okay, I always did. I always did. From the beginning of the time that she came out and she spoke up for Robert Sylvester Kelly when she told her family to back off, leave her alone, blah, 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 blah. Even though her family has been doing some real crazy stuff, involving themselves, putting out stuff about him and doing the things they've been doing. But she actually just to have the happiness as she wants to have, she had to just like leave them alone. Like I'm pretty sure she loves her family, but I mean, sometimes family could be a little bit too much. With your happiness and and what you want to do and the choices you made to do or whatever. Well, we know that young lady going to school, getting an education, continuing her education, working on her master's by now. She ain't even probably doing her. She probably finished her bachelor's, doing her master's now. Anything she can do to improve herself, improve her life. And when R. Kelly is not no longer around to support her, take care of her, whatever, she can still maintain and take care of herself and don't need to depend on her family or depend on anybody else, but be her own boss. You know what I'm saying? Doing things that she gonna do some great things or whatever. And if R. Kelly is supporting her on her goals in life and everything, and they having that kind of communication with each other, why not be happy for them? Even though they going through a difficult moment of their life right now, why not be happy for them? Give them some hope. And I'm gonna celebrate her tomorrow. And that's something I'm gonna try to keep a promise to you all that we're gonna get on here. We're gonna celebrate Robert Sylvester Kelly and Joycelyn Savage and their happiness or whatever, even though he's behind bars, whatever, but they still have a conversation with each other. They still writing each other. They still calling each other and everything. And he's encouraging her and he's telling her how to go on with her goals, her dreams. Because his own family, his own children, they turned their back on him. Now they putting stuff out there about his daughter dropping out of school because of her father not paying for her tuition. Come on, girl. You don't even talk to your dad. You're not even out here advocating for him. Why should he pay for your school? Now you grown. You make your own decisions. He had his life with you when you was a little girl. He did what he can for you as a baby and all this other stuff till he got into all this mess. Right now, you should be one of your father's biggest supporters. Your father's biggest supporters. And if that's what he took and say, I found me a young woman who loves me, who believes in me, and da 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 da, and she's gonna be a great wife for me, and she's gonna maybe even be a great mother to start a whole new batch of family of children for me, and I can have children that's going to look up to me as a father and going to respect me as a father and going to love me as a father. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You grown now. You want to follow what mama said. Fuck that. I would have told mama to kiss my ass. And I wouldn't say that to my mother, though. But I would have said, you know what, mom, this is my life. Let me make my choices and let me live my life the way same way you lived yours. Let me, if I make a mistake, and mom, just be there and pray for me and help encourage me and get me back on my feet again or whatever. But don't get involved with the choices I make in my heart. I understand some mothers could be so they step out of their boundaries. Some parents, they step out of their boundaries. Your children are no longer babies anymore. They're just a fucking grown ass woman. A grown ass woman. Shit, if you leave it up to me, they grown as soon as they could talk back to me and tell me what the fuck they want to do. All right, you grown. Get the fuck out of my house. Take care of your grown ass. Take care of your grown responsibility. Get the fuck, well, you grown now. I'll let you save some money, get you on a place, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Once you start talking back to me, she was grown when she left as she finished college. I mean, I'm sorry, she finished high school. She went on and pursued her interest and her dreams or whatever she wanted to do. And somehow or the other, she found herself falling in love with R. Kelly. Okay. And he probably paid up on all her tuition for her to continue college even before all this shit even happened. That's why you probably don't fucking hear from her because she fucking in her ass is buried in them fucking books. Looking for a future without depending on mommy, daddy, anybody taking care of her. And I'm sure he probably approve of whatever she's doing right now with whoever, the friends she might meet or whatever, but he still got her back because he knows as long as it takes for me to be in here, girl, you do what the fuck you gotta do. You damn right. People got some, you don't know what kind of agreements some people have in their relationships now. Especially what he's going through. I'm pretty sure he know, hey, you a woman, you got needs, whatever. I know you ain't gonna be waiting no motherfucking 30 years. But if that's what you gotta do, you do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You do what the fuck you gotta do. And I don't know. I'm not trying to get into. I gotta worry about my own relationship, but I ain't trying to get all into everybody else's shit. But just worry about myself. But I just want to just come quickly with you all to this evening, just to, get some things off my heart, off my mind, talk to you about some shit that somebody trying to fucking get me into. And I'm not about that. I won't deceive you guys. I am truly solely here for Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I believe in him. I truly do. I really do. And I don't want to hurt any of his fans, any people that believe in him as well as I, like the same way I believe in him. I'm not here for that shit. People talk, let them talk, let them talk, because one day they got to meet whatever the fuck they got to say out here. They got to meet it one day. That's the way I feel. Ain't none of us perfect. Ain't none of us, not exempt to floor for a week from the grace of God or whatever we doing. Have fun while you doing it. You want to get out here and you want to drag him around and you want to talk about him all the time and you want to call him a pedophile and you want to say the horrible things you say about him. Go ahead and do you. But remember, you never know what you gave birth to in this world. You're going to meet that. And remember, you don't even know if you're a woman, if you're married or you're in a relationship with somebody who you are in a relationship with right now. And you don't even know who you married to. You could be sleeping with the enemy. That same man. What if I'm 30, dating an 18-year-old? As a woman, are you a woman or a man, Tevar? I don't know your gender. I don't know your gender. And I'll answer that question for you. If you tell me your gender, I will give you an answer. I'll give you my honest opinion, my honest answer. I'm sorry, not opinion, but my honest answer. I don't know your gender. Tavia the Savior. You're 30 and dating an 18-year-old. Depends on the 18-year-old's where she's at. Because there's some 18-year-olds out there, and I'm gonna be honest, I work with some, okay? And they be telling me a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a woman, and I work with 18-year-old female children, and they very advanced. Women advance quicker than men, and I'm just gonna keep it out there. We do. When I got married, my first husband was 8 years older than I was. 8 years. And he was more like trying to be my damn father than he was trying to be a husband. But still in all, I respect that and I enjoyed that because it kind of kept me and I'm gonna say it like this: discipline. I didn't wear myself out there on the streets. I didn't let everything run through me. And by the time I got to this age, I can at least still look at least 10 years younger. Put it that way. So age ain't nothing truly but enough. I mean, when a woman reach a certain age and she's ready, and if she's ready, she's ready. And ain't nothing you gonna tell her that she ain't ready. Because if she ready and she really want to be out there like that, it depends on her mentality. Exactly, Tavia. It really depends on where she's at in her growth. And some females out here, 18, 19 years old, can teach some 30-year-old women some shit. Okay? Can tell them some shit. They very intelligent. And I'm just saying, I know I lived through that experience. I've been with teenagers. I've been a teenager myself, and I had some friends that were younger than me that were teenagers, and they were smarter than me. They was out there. Okay? They were out there doing them and what made them happy. And they knew how to handle themselves. They knew how to handle the business. And I'm being honest. I don't go by that age shit. And Azarel won't act like no damn teenager. She don't act nowhere near like a teenager to me. She act like a 30 years old fucking woman. And I'm just gonna keep it motherfucking real. She don't act like no teenager. The way she stepped to Gayle King on that interview, she did all the talking. Joycelyn just sat back and let her talk. Joycelyn didn't say a mumbling word. The only thing she ever said was she agreed that her parents were trying to blackmail R. Kelly. And even and sometimes even when they was at that Trump Tower inside that condo or wherever they was living in, that high rise, a condo or whatever the hell, Azarel did most of the putting herself in the camera and talking, doing all the talking. Joycelyn just sat back and just let her just run her damn mouth. That's what I like about Joycelyn. She was in the background chilling. And then when Azarel came up there and stepped to Joycelyn at the Trump Tower, Joycelyn was like, these are his things. I'm not going to do this. And didn't want to be a part of that. And she came and attacked Joycelyn. Because Joycelyn didn't want to go along with what she was doing. You know, flipping on R. Kelly like that after he took care of them. Better than their own parents did. Okay? I don't care. They were living with him. They enjoyed it. While they were there, they went and got a boob job. They did all this other stuff to their bodies or whatever. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep it real. You know, they wanted to be with him. That was their choice. Nobody hold them against their will. Now all of a sudden, oh, this to make themselves look, like people fall for that bullshit. I'm not falling for it. They wanted to be with him. And even if it means they had to be with him together. That's where it was. That's where it was. Even if it took them to be there with him together, because damn sure I wouldn't have been with him together. I would have said, you know what? Mr. I don't care who you are, but I don't share my man. Okay? I'm just going to have to leave and let you do you. Do whatever makes you happy. And any other fool want to come along and be a part of this, then let them be the one, be the part of it. If I want you for me and me only. That's it. Because what I do know is going to bother me. What I don't know won't hurt. Won't hurt. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of this. It's Thursday night. Like I said, I have some things I got to do. I got to take care of behind the scene of YouTube. I just wanted to come clear my name on some shit because somebody trying to pull my name into some bullshit, and it's not me. Okay? That is not of me. My name is Kaci McDaniel here on YouTube with you. I am not here to take anything from you. I'm not here to deceive you. I am here truly to fight against the injustice that was done to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I'm also here to make him have the same rights as any other human being as in advocacy, for Robert Sylvester Kelly. I talk to anybody I know when they talk about R. Kelly, I'll get into that conversation and I just like let them have it. That's how I am. Okay. Because I truly believe in this man's innocence. Not saying that he didn't have a relationship with women, these women, but just the fact that this is not of him. He did not force these women to be with him. He did not try to. Put it this way. Even if any of them got to his bed, they was with somebody else in the bed. If you go through the history of a lot of these so-called celebrities, and especially famous people that made it in the music industry, even going through the Tina Turner story, I ain't believe her bullshit either about Ike. Okay, I was always on the side of Ike with Tina, even though she was a younger girl. She was 16 when she got with Ike. Before she even got with Ike, she was with the drummer, the band member or whatever. So she wanted Ike. So she did everything she can to win his love, to win his attention. I mean, stop by his love, but to get his attention towards her. So she could be the top lady of the band and she could be out there singing and everything else. Because remember when we saw the movie, he was with some other woman. But see, Tina Turner still wanted to get with him, right? And she seen even from then how he was treating that other woman. And who was there coaching her what to do to get that man? Her mama. Her mother. It was her mother. Okay? So you can't blame all that on Ike. Rest in peace, Ike. And Ike was a phenomenal. I mean, read his story. I mean, the man was a great artist at the time. He was something like a R. Kelly. He used to write his own music. He wrote his own songs. He wrote her songs. Mm-hmm. Read his story. Real interesting when you find out they ain't these people that scouting out talent and women with musical talents and gifts and stuff. Trust me, they're not looking for a 30-year-old. They're looking for a teenager because that's the audience they want to sell the music to. That's who they want to win as fans and things like that. They not gonna look for no damn 30-year-old woman. Because certain 30-year-old women just ain't gonna do certain shit that a 15 or 16-year-old would do. Mm-hmm. And I'm good with that. I'm good with it. But anyway, y'all, I got to go. Okay, so y'all have a blessed and wonderful evening. If God's willing, we're going to be back tomorrow and we're going to celebrate some love songs for Robert and Joycelyn. So you all be blessed. Love you. Peace.